film.
G'day everybody, welcome again to the third issue of the Mossman Whale podcast, brought to you this week by Warringah Bowls Club. Due to the rousing success and feedback we had from the second edition of the podcast with over 12 views on YouTube, I've welcomed back as a co-anchor permanently for the rest of the season my good friend and third-grade captain Rd3. Andre, welcome.
Sam, thank you. 7 of those 12 years were immediate family as well, which I thought was a nice touch, so hence the recall, that's over 50%. But anyway, not a bad weekend for the Whaleys this weekend, on the board for 2010-11. Sammy, first grade?
Yeah, first grade held Manly out to a draw. Well, I should say the weather held them out to a bit of a draw, despite Manly being a little precious, according to the Manly Daily, and one for certain first grade captain.
Very cordial finish to that.
Big congratulations are in order for that game to our ginger wicketkeeper Jason Ryan, who scored his maiden first grade century with a match-defining, really, 123 not out, given able support by Big Rick, who threw it away in the 40s again, and Charlie Sayers, who managed to hold up an end for 25 at the death, so that was a really good effort there. Wickets were shared around. I think Dutchie and Charlie ended up with a couple each, and I think Manly would finish 6 for 220 odd when inclement weather stopped play. Second grade, well, we're always going to be pushing it uphill on day 2 there, after Manly amassed 350 on day 1, with Chris Payney getting 5 for 94, I think it was, just going from pewter to pewter with both bat and ball.
That could have been 2 pewters.
That could have been a double pewter.
It could have been a double pewter, 5 for 110, 2 pewters.
Yeah, just fell short by about 16 and getting 100.
That's only one big over as well.
Yeah, it could be. It's only 3 good swings of that. Anyway,
tax as well.
That is, that's good. Anyway, there wasn't too much to cheer about on day 1 after Manly got 350, and we finished the day very strongly, I thought, at 3 for 8 off 7 overs. There was some good resistance next week, but it was always going to be tough chasing them down. Hugh Sykes managed 57, and yours truly got a few out of the middle for 41.
I thought we agreed no personal promotions, but
credit where credit's due.
Yeah, okay. Right.
For those of you keeping track at home, the Zack-off between myself and Hugh, which has an official wager on it, is now 5-0 to S6.
Just out of interest, if anyone who is keeping track at home could log onto the website and maybe leave a comment, that'd be nice, just for a clarification.
I think it's the most clicked item on the website, the Zack-off.
Oh, easily the most clicked item.
Unfortunately, Jason Ryan...
Way more than the fantasy league.
Yeah, the 9 people in the fantasy league are loving it at the moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll pass over to Andre for the third grade score. You probably don't need this, but I'll keep it official.
It's always good to stay fresh. Mossman batted for a day and a little bit in third grade, which is the first time in at least a good couple of seasons where we've managed to bat through the day in the whole grade. So we ended up making 269 against the Manly attack out here on the Icarus Rawson Oval. Sunil Sajday making his first half century for the club after seeing the light and coming over from Gordon during the winter. He made 69, 75 for the first wicket with Joshy Mann, who made 38, I think it was. Justin Smith smashed a couple to get 42, and everyone else in the lower order chipped in. The amateur cameraman down the back there, Robbie Ewing, on 2 in third grade, made 36, so that was a huge effort. And then we had Manly 1 for 100, so the game was what you'd probably call delicately poised before the down.
I can't help but think you guys were robbed of 6 points there.
Well, let's be honest, I had an afternoon to bowl at one end, and then all we had to do was work out the other end, really, and we probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
But, and then, good effort from the third grade side. And then in fours on the weekend, they've chalked up our first club championship points for the season. So, unfortunately, the big win that we got in 7th doesn't count for club championship, but huge win for the boys. They made a mighty 188 on day 1 and had managed to have Manly 6 for 49 at stumps overnight. And
they tried to gas it though, didn't they?
Oh, clinically finished them off for 165. Arunda Deason taking 4 for, and everyone else chipping in with 2, including Nick Garden, who came out of a very premature retirement to take 2 for not many, and chip in with a couple of runs. So thanks, Whereas, for stepping up. And
he's also taken the mantle of the gayest bloke in the club again.
We'll talk about that off camera. That's topical. Yeah, okay. And in 5th grade, unfortunately, we fell a little bit short. Our 208 really being cannon spotter for the Manly side. Unfortunately, they got that 3 down. PGs were a washout on Sunday. I don't know if anyone noticed. Obviously, you guys were probably watching last week's video on repeat on YouTube all day Sunday. So it did unfortunately rain all day at Drummoyne, which meant Charlie Stokes could keep his powder dry for his field setting to bowling changes next week. Sixers were probably fortunately washed out in 7th grade, had a rousing win up the back there at George's Heights. So not a bad effort for the club.
Good signs. Good signs moving forward.
Definite improvement. Now, again, we'd like to thank Warringah Bowling Club for sponsoring this week's podcast. It was a very late call up from them, so thank you very much. If anyone is free Melbourne Cup Day, they always put on a good afternoon down at the bowling club there with BYO skirts. There's always plenty of booze and bowling going on. It's always a great afternoon. Word on the street, I heard a rumour that Mackay Diva was just seen down the back there a couple of weeks ago sussing it out, as well as Ross Labensource rooting for him.
I didn't think anyone at the club liked drinking or gambling.
Well, obviously we're podcasting to a wider community.
Of course.
And so thank you very much to the bowling club for chipping in within the local community this week, and we look forward to supporting them and continuing to make sure their beer taps are functioning as best as possible. The only way you can do that is by really drinking their beer, so get up there and have a look, it's worth it.
Right, I think that's just about it for this episode. We've got Blacktown on the weekend, who we're really hoping this time around.
Still not scared of cricket balls.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no.
So we're really hoping this time next week, we'll be reporting some good wins. I'm sure a few of the boys will be happy to celebrate on Saturday night with. We're looking forward to celebrating on Saturday night. So Alan Porter Oval is first grade this weekend. If you want to head down and have a look, play kicks off at 10
o'clock. And any nostalgia freaks out there, Marty Haywood and Warren Gaslam are both coming out of retirement in 3rd grade. Sorry, we lost Robbie on camera there for a second.
Yeah, that'll do.
That's probably about enough, but Wick and Haywood are playing, so get down to Rawson Oval.
Alright, thanks very much for that. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.